So we create some shadows, but let's look also, what if I want to create some directional shadows? So what I was meaning, if a light source hit very strong from one side, I want to have this shadow drop down, maybe up front or in the back, and kind of more related. So to do this, we'll go use a couple techniques you maybe already know. If not, it will be very new, and some options you probably kind of discover. So let's go ahead, we'll hold down Control key and click on our model. This way we'll select our mask. Let's go select new layer, and I'm going to put this layer on the bottom of other ones. And let's call it a drop shadow. Okay. Next, while it's selecting, we'll go ahead and fill this with a black color. You can press Alt Backspace to fill up, or you can go to Edit, Fill, and we can go fill with black, 100% normal. So you'll notice right here, all what we do is we create this black kind of mask for this. Okay, as example, we'll do probably drop in a couple different directions. So I want to do this drop shadow. Okay, and I want to take this drop shadow and duplicate it. So we'll call this maybe back. So this one will drop on the back, this one will drop on the front. Sometimes you may have multiple shadows, depending if you have multiple light source, but I just want to show you so we can see slightly different how we're going to do this. So if we have an upfront drop shadow, we actually need to flip it vertically. So we go Edit, Transform, and we go Flip Vertically. So next we can take our adjustment. Now notice right here we have a little bit problem with our feet. It's not necessarily matching. So what I'm going to do is select one foot right there up front. And I don't care that much about some non-distortions. Go to Edit, and we go to Puppet Warp. So I'm going to select points here, and drag this, adjust to the feet, and adjusting this way. So you can see I'm just using roughly same adjustments. You know what, maybe we can take this image and we can also readjust. So you can see we can position the shadow maybe a little bit straightforward. I think this will work fine. So let's click OK. Again, we zoom in. These are our shadows. We can switch to couple modes. We can have multiply or soft light. You can play with both and see which one works better for you. I'll just leave it multiply in this case. Going to Filter, Blur. Just add a little bit of the blur to the edges. And we'll go to set this just slightly like this. So there you go. Here's one directional light, but it's basic, it's nothing special. So let's do on a backdrop shadow. So right here we have our shadows done. And I want to drop down. So I'm going to Edit, Transform, and let's go use a Distort. So right here you can see our shadows. I can actually take it now and kind of placing it down. Okay, we still have problems with adjustment right here, but we can use the same tool as before. Okay, let's go put this right here. We can use a Puppet Warp for this to take our okay, let's zoom in to pin this one right here. Let's adjust this one. We can take this and pin right here, and then we can take our head and just place it down slightly. So you can see we can actually take it and slightly warp it our. Okay, when we're done, let's press OK, and we kind of place it in an area. Problem is, again, couple, it does not necessarily look very good. On first case, it's dark all the way, so we want to add gradient to this. And this is a little bit easy to do. We can create a mask for our gradient, select our gradient tool. Okay, and on a mask, you can actually just go opposite way. We can go this way. We can maybe a little bit more like this, a little bit more. There you go. So kind of select the gradient disappearing this way. There you go. So this is one way, but it still does not necessarily present, because shadows is getting harder here. As we're going, it should getting softer. So what are we going to do? It is select our shadows. We go filter, blur gallery, and we're going to use tilt and shift. So what tilt and shift help us? It's set point for our disappearance. So we're going right here. Okay, and we'll go to maybe adjust a little bit this way. Okay. Let's look a little bit out. Okay, probably around this area. Okay, let's go right there and tilt it. So I'm going to tilt from this point more, and you notice right here, as we make it a little bit more blur, it's what happened with shadows. The far away, it's more blurring happen. So it will give it us very nice kind of, like right here maybe. Yep, there you go. So give it us a nice blurring effect. When we're done with this, click OK. Just take a second to apply it. And we can look closer, and you can see we have a nice blurring going on the back and a stronger as coming together. Okay, let's go switch this to multiply mode as well. And in this case, we can also take and slightly apply it. Again, if you feel this edges is too strong, you always can select and just apply normal as in blur to this. So just give it a little bit softer edge right here. Okay, let's zoom out. And you can see right here at this point, we have nice directional shadows. We have one going from this point. And again, this is as example. It's not necessarily totally matching lights. Because if we have it from this light, the shadow won't be going there. It's probably go different directions. But I just want to show you how with a tilt and shift you can create nice blurring, realistic effect on the shadow going dissipating as far as it's going from the object. So right here we have two different shadows and kind of similar but a little bit different techniques to use them.